Sup guys, here is Kurokao from the Neo Trigliari team. This is our first vid and I'm going to do my deck profile of September Banlist of 2011. Well, let's start. Start. 1 Battle Fader. Well, this card is pretty good. Sometimes I don't really have monsters on my field, so this is a pretty good card. Well, I only have it since I still don't have a Gorse. When I have it, I will switch it. 3 Dragunity Eclipse. You know, you can normal summon this, special summon other Dragunity from your hand, equip this to it. Then you can do like a 2 destroying monster, like you normal summon Legionnaire, then you go get Eclipse, you destroy 1 face-up monster, then you can destroy any card on the field. Dragunity Armor Levitine, I use this to go for OTK with Trident Region most of the times. It's one of my boss cards. 1 Dragunity Armor Mistletoe. I sometimes have a bad hand where I only have 1 tuner, I don't really have field or something, so I just summon the tuner, then I special summon this, then I special summon Phalanx from the grave, then I go for Stardust mostly. 3 Dragunity Ducks, 15 beater. He calls out Phalanx, you can go synchro for Vajrayana, which is the thing I use the most, then I synchro again for Stardust or other level 8 synchro monster. Dragunity Legionnaire, well, this card is for you to bring out Eclipse, or you can just bring out Phalanx and do a level 5 synchro. This destroys 1 card on the field. If you send 1 Dragunity card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. You can combo this card with Eclipse, it's pretty good. My main tuner of the deck, 3 Dragunity Phalanx. This card is just broken in this deck. In case I didn't say before, I run 1 Mistletoe, 1 Levitine, the other 4 I run 3 of each. Now for the spells. 1 Book of Moon, 2 Cards of Consonance, 1 Dark Hole, 3 Dragon's Ravine, 1 Future Fusion. I use this because I have like 8 dragons on my deck and sometimes I get this on the first turn and it really helps me a lot. Heavy Storm, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. 2 MST, I'm thinking of putting another one, but I think it's running pretty good with only 2, since Legionnaire and Eclipse do a destruction work. 1 Pot of Avarice, sometimes I have just too many monsters on my grave and I only have 1 Vajrayana for the moment, so this card is pretty good to help me recycle it. 2 Terraformings, I'm thinking of getting another one, but I think it's running pretty good with only 2. Now for the traps, 2 Bottomless, 1 Call of the Haunted, 2 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Well, you know, fairies use Gachi a lot. You can just use compulsory to send it back to the extra, and since its effect only prevents it from being destroyed, this card is pretty useful. Well, it's pretty useful to other cards too, but this is just epic. 1 Dimensional Prison, I only have 1. Mirror Force, staple. 2 7 tools. I just like this card too much and I hate traps. 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Torrential Tribute. Think I have 41 cards, so I'm taking out the 7 tools since I have already Solemn Judgment. Well, now for the extra deck, it's a pretty cheap one. Dragunity Knight Gable. This card is pretty good. You remove 1 winged type beast monster from your graveyard and have this card gain the attack of that monster until the end phase. You can use this during the damage step of each player, so it's really awesome. Dragunity Knight Vajrayana. I didn't need to say anything about this. I usually use 2 different combos. I go for a level 8 synchro monster, or I just bring out Takeless, use the destruction effect to destroy any card. Then I attack with 38 meter. 5-headed dragon, since I run Future Fusion. 1 Gashi Gashi, since I don't really have many synchros and sometimes I'm really stuck with only tuners, but I will take out once I have a Catastor, Bryanek or some shit like that. 1 Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, a 26 meter. 3 Iron Chain Dragons. I will take out 2 once I have 2 more Vajrayanas. 1 Magical Android, my only level 5 synchro monster. It's a pretty good card. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. 1 Red Nova Dragon. 2 Stardust, since I like to go for 2 Stardusts. You can just negate each other, it's pretty awesome. And 1 Trident Trajan. Trident Trajan is my boss synchro of this deck. I win lots of games with it. Now for the side deck, beginning with only 2 monsters. Ally of Justice Cycle Reader. Since I don't have DD Crows, I discard this card to the grave to select up 2 light monsters in your opponent's grave and remove them from play. This card can be used during either player's turn, so it's pretty awesome. I ran 2 Dust Tornadoes just to destroy back row. 3 Goes Unmatched, since I only use 1 attribute. Well, I use Battle Fader, but it doesn't really matter, since it's only 1 dark card. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors. This card is pretty good against Light Sworns, agents, all that light stuff. 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors against dark monsters. 2 Starlight Roads, since there's Dark Hole, Judgment Dragon, Heavy Storm, all that stuff to destroy lots of stuff. And since I run 2 Stardusts, I'm thinking of running 3 Stardust, since it's a pretty good card. Well, excuse me for my first feed, I know it sucks. I hope you subscribe, comment, give advices about my deck. I think I can get it better a lot. If you want to duel me, I will post my username on Dueling Network and we can have a match or something. I will be posting more vids as I start working on it on my team and stuff. So yeah, look up to it. Thank you. See ya.